What's up, YouTube? Georgia Silver Hunter back, and today I was able to get out to my local Fifth Third where they had 3 boxes of Brinks wrapped $half waiting for me. Now, I opened this box like I normally do, and you can see over here the box was cracked open, and this was one I definitely wanted to get open at the branch to make sure I had all 50 rolls, which I did. I've already done the coin roll here on the top. We don't have any enders to speak of. We got a couple of dirties, no NIFCs, no proofs, no nothing else. But we're going to jump into this hunt and hopefully find a little bit of silver. So for those of you that are new to coin roll hunting, what we are doing here is we have purchased $half by the box from the bank. And we will be going through them roll by roll looking for silver as well as, errors and varieties. And I have a document in my description down below that talks about all the coins we'll be looking for, and they are, again, errors and varieties. They're mainly things that were produced incorrectly by the mint, and those things typically carry a bit of value because they are errors by the U.S. Mint. Outside of that, we'll have things like proofs, which are San Francisco mirror-like finish coins, as well as NIFCs, which are not intended for circulation coins, and that means that the mint made those coins to be sold to collectors and not released into general circulation. So by finding them in a box like this, it means those coins found their way into circulation and they're not supposed to be there. They don't carry a big premium. A lot of collectors get them to make books, but there's not a lot of value in them, but we do pull them out just to show people that they were there when they weren't supposed to be. So there goes roll number 1. I didn't see anything in there. I've got 2 coins that I'll put under the scope. For the 71D has a DDO both in God and We Trust. Actually, they're both 71, so that's what we'll be looking for under the scope. If I find anything that looks funny, I will bring you guys in. Other than that, I will keep going through these rolls until I find something, and hopefully it'll be something exciting. Well, that does it for that box. I know we've just filmed the intro, and we're already at the end. I didn't bring you in because we really didn't have any major finds. We did have a 2005 Denver NIFC. We had a Ring of Death 2018 with somebody's writing on it, and a couple of 2021s, which I don't think we classify as NIFCs because they released thousands, probably millions of these into circulation in 2021. So let's hope boxes 2 and 3 do a little better. So here we are with box number 2. I've already opened it up and checked for enders. Didn't see anything, so we're going to crack right into this and hope we find something interesting here in box number 2. Let's just do this first roll together in case we get lucky. And I'm still seeing, in the last box, I had a lot of the edge-marked coins. I actually ended up edge hunting a lot of that box because so many of the coins were marked. But yeah, this box, if I see a lot of that, I may edge hunt this box as well. But those are just standard clad right there. Okay, well, hopefully we do find something because I'd love to bring you in because nobody likes filming intros and then filming a couple of NIFC finds. So hopefully we'll see you soon. Well, unfortunately, that does it for box number 2 as well. Like the first box, we just had a couple of NIFCs. We had a 2006, a 2016, and a bunch of really, really nice looking 2022s. I do understand there's a lot of coin roll hunters out there on YouTube still getting full boxes of these. So, of course, these are just going back. They're not NIFC. But they are really, really pretty because they were just released into circulation this year. So, anyway, box number 2 was a bit of a skunk. Let's get into box number 3. Here we are with box number 3. And like our previous boxes, I've already gotten them open. Let's see if I can get it open here. I've already gotten them open. I've checked for enders. I've seen a couple of shiny ones, but they didn't look to be NIFCs. I did not see any silver or proofs either. So, like the last 2 boxes, we're just going to get these things open and hope to find something. I'd hate to have a 3-box skunk in this video. And, if this is a skunk, I may hold out and add some boxes to the end. We will see. But all 3 boxes, we've continued to get a lot of these marked coins. As you see, I rolled them. Hopefully that's showing up on camera. Lots of the 3 black marker lines. And I know I used to get those years ago. They come and go. But I used to get box after box after box of those. It's very discouraging, but we just power on through and get more boxes. So, like I've done in the last one, hopefully I'll get to bring you in before we get to the end, but we'll see. And just like that, box number 3 is done and wrapped. And like the previous 2 boxes, we just had a couple of NIFCs. We had a 2004, we had a 2020. Those would be considered NIFCs. I did get 2 2021s, which would not be NIFCs as far as I remember. So I think I might have one more bank holding the box for me. I'm going to check tomorrow to see if they do. If they do, I'll add it to this video. If they don't, I may wait until next week when my bank gets some more boxes, because 3 boxes with just a handful of NIFCs and 2021s and 2022s is not that much fun. So let's hope I can add some additional boxes. Okay, well, I was able to swing by the bank and pick up that 5th box of halves that I wanted to add to the end of this video. And I figured I would go ahead and open this one live on camera just in case maybe we finally get lucky and get some silver enders. Those last 4 boxes were pretty stinky, and this one does not appear to be getting us any closer to where we want to be. So not seeing any silver on this end, let's go ahead and get this box pushed back, and I'll get into the rolls and hopefully find some silver and bring you guys in soon. So we have blown through this box. We are 2 from the end. Along the way, we did find a couple 2003 Philly NIFCs. Nothing too special, and that's why I didn't bring you in. I do have the last 2 rolls open in front of me. And then the next to last roll, I wanted to bring you in because I have a 1971D here under the scope. And I always look at the 71Ds. I get tons of them. I typically don't find the FS101, which is where you have the DDO on the words trust. Lately, I've been finding quite a bit of either questionable or definitely FS102s. I'm going to take you over to the scope, and we'll look at this on Variety Vista and show you what we're talking about. So here we go. There's that coin under the scope. Let me get my mouse down here. The easiest way to tell if it's the FS102 is if you have 4 serifs on the bottom of the eye. Now, I get a bunch that kind of have an extra serif here and a flat line, but you don't get a full eye kind of serif on the bottom and the top here. If you look a little more closely, though, it's also a telltale when you end up with 4 serifs on top of the eye. So you can see there's 2 eyes up here at the top. And on this one, we actually have some splitting here in the N on the top and the bottom. Unfortunately, I don't see any splitting anywhere else. Now, in Variety Vista, let me zoom out here just a little bit. They're going to say that, you know, it's strong spread throughout. And I always struggle with the strong spread unless I've got some other coins to kind of put on under the scope and compare and contrast. I wouldn't say just on visual inspection that I could look at this and say that is a wider I or that is a wider B. But they do look a little heavier, I guess, than some of the other ones. For me, this is a tough way to tell if you have a DDO, at least the FS102. And I'll even get down here to the word trust. The FS101 is where you have really strong doubling here on the word trust, and I just don't have that on this coin. So again, I'll come back here to the I and the N. It's really obvious under magnification that we've got that double I and a little bit of double N. Variety Vista is a great website to use as a resource. I'll drive you through here real quick and try to do this, kind of hold the camera and drive the mouse here. But we're going to go down here to the Kennedy half dollars. We're going to come over here to the DDO listings. And we want the 1971D because that's what we have. And I told you it was the FS102 because if you look here on the FS101, you're going to have some doubling here on the word trust, which we didn't have. But if you come over here to the 102, and we'll click into that. Hopefully we'll click into that. There we go. If we look at the description, it says, strong spread on In God We Trust, date and liberty, with 4 serifs on lower I of the word in. And there it is. Not only do you have 4 serifs on the bottom of the I, you can see in their picture, they've got 4 serifs here at the top. We've got some doubling here on the N. And if we come down here to my coin, look at that. It's literally the same thing. So we have a verified FS102. So I've lost track of how many boxes we've added to this video now. I believe this is box 6. We're going to jump right into it. This one's from Brinks. I've already opened it up. We did get an ender, not the kind of ender that we wanted. I had to open this at the bank. This is from my Fifth Third, where they like me to open the boxes there. But we got a USS Nevada, Utah Beach, D-Day, 1944 stickered coin as an ender. Unfortunately, no silver here in the top rack. But we're going to jump into these things. And you know what? Let's do a roll together, just because we kind of skipped that on the last box or two. Let's just get one open. No silver. You know what? Let me open one more just to edge hunt with you. Tell you what, guys, this is tough going through box after box after box without finding silver. But that 1971 DDO was pretty cool in the last box. All right, well, I'm going to go off camera. I'll keep hunting, and hopefully we'll find at least a 40% here in box number 6. Well, the halves are just not working out for us. We ran through that box, and we did end up with an additional sticker coin. This was the ender that we had that I showed you when we opened the box. We did have one other coming ashore, Omaha Beach. We had a bunch of 2003 NIFCs. We did have a 2010. We had a 2013, and somebody chewed up this 2015, but yet another uneventful $half box. I've got one more to go, and then I think I'm going to wrap up this video. So as promised, here's box number 7. I've already opened it up. I've checked the top rack for enders, and I've actually flipped them over. Didn't see anything interesting on either side. So like the last several boxes, we're going to go ahead and get into this first roll together. And hopefully, actually we're going to do a couple of rolls. I'll open 5 on camera with you guys. It has just been awful $half lately. Absolutely awful. Maybe an NIFC in there, maybe 2. Let's see here. 2006 and just a nice 1996. So there's an NIFC. 2006D there in roll number 2. Let's try out 2 more rolls together, just in case we get lucky. It's just a nice 1980. Just a nice bicentennial. And here's roll number 5. All right, well, the silver just continues to elude us. I'll keep banging away, and hopefully we find a little bit of silver here before we get to the end of this box. Well, we have reached the end of box number 6, and yes, this was box number 6. You'll notice in the video that I miscalled some of the boxes because I've been filming this for about 2 weeks, trying to get more boxes from the bank. And yeah, this was a tough hunt, guys. This last box, we did end up again with a couple of NIFCs, an 04, a couple of 06s, and then some 2022s, which just they're really pretty coins, so I show them to you guys, but they're not NIFCs. All my NIFCs do go back. I get that question all the time. Why do I pull them? I do fill my my Kennedy album books with them, so I do occasionally check them for upgrades, but for the most part, for new hunters who are curious what they are, I pull them and talk about them. But for me, I've found so many over the years that they all just go back. So that said, this was a really, really tough hunt. 6 boxes. I will say I'm always happy to find a DDO, and this is that 1971D we found. I believe it was in box number 5. It might have been box number 4, so apologies if I have them wrong. But I thought this was a really good example of the FS102, and it's a pretty darn good-looking coin as well. I don't know if we'd quite hit mint state with it, but it is a beautiful, beautiful coin. This is why I tell people it's worth going beyond just edge hunting, because occasionally you can find a really, really nice variety that can be worth a lot of money. I know Rob Finds Treasure, maybe last year, maybe year before, I don't remember exactly which DDO it was, but he had one that was like an MS62, 63, 64, whatever. He got it graded. It was worth like $400. So spending the time to look for varieties is often worth your time. If you're going through 50 boxes a week, by all means, just hunt for silver. So that said, if you are new to coin roll hunting, this is not that unusual. Silver comes in waves. You may find silver every 3 boxes or 4 boxes or every box for a while. And then you'll go on long, long stints of not finding silver. I think my record is somewhere up there in the, 25, 30, 35 boxes. I've gone long, long stretches without silver. This is my longest stretch in quite a little while. Probably since the beginning of the summer, maybe a little longer. But I'll keep ordering boxes. We'll keep going through them, and I'll keep posting them on YouTube. So if you'd like to see all my coin roll hunts, make sure you drop down below this video, click on that subscribe button, click on that little bell, and select all so you get notified each and every time I release a new video. While you guys are down there, click that like button, leave me a comment, share videos with your friends. Maybe not this one. It's not my best one. Check for my epic hunts. Share those. Those are a lot more fun. Well, you guys take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.